Hello guys, welcome to my channel and to another sketchbook tour. This is a Strathmore beta series mixed media sketchbook and I have filled it in about 6 months. And a short disclaimer, I'm not one of these people who have perfect sketchbooks. My sketchbooks are always messy and full of experiments because they are my safe space, you could say. So don't expect to see anything perfect in here. However, let me know in the comments which artwork you liked most. But now, let's get started. I wanted to start with a little, welcome page, and I thought about starting a new sketchbook in the sense of coming home, so I made a painting in reference to Ron Weasley coming home to the burrow, and the left page seemed really empty, so I included a drawing similar to the "Have you seen this wizard" posters. By the way, Ottery St. Catchpole is the village where the burrow is located. And here's the burrow. I kept the piece really simple using fine liners and watercolors, and I'm super happy with the burrow, but I don't like the background and the foreground because I feel like I kept it too simple, but yeah. This piece on the left is probably the worst in here, so let's forget about it. And the one on the right is also not a masterpiece, but I definitely like it more. I'm still trying to figure out how water works, so painting-wise, and this was a practice piece. These two, on the other hand, are definitely favorites of mine, especially the one on the right, because I really like how I captured the light and shadow of the waves. Just like the two on the previous pages, these were created using gouache. So here I tried using gouache and watercolors together, and I like the result. It's definitely different to my other paintings and drawings, but yeah, I think I haven't found my art style yet, so I'm always experimenting. On the right page, I tested some metallic watercolor I got, and I added a quote so that it doesn't look that empty. I don't really like the paintings on the left, they are way too simple for my taste. The one on the right is okay. There is actually one thing that I really like about it, and that's that the second row of the trees actually looks like you can only see the tips of the trees, and below they are covered in fog. So good blending there, the rest is more meh. Oh, and I ruined this painting because I closed the sketchbook too early when this page wasn't dry, so you can see it here in the sky. Oh, I hate the spread because I have really bad memories creating these. The pieces looked different when I first finished them. They were way more minimalistic, so there was less black and the blue sky was also different if I remember correctly. Well, I was done with these pieces and let them dry for a really long time. Then I went to the next page and painted with gouache on there, and when I was done with that painting too, I went back to these two pages, and as you can guess, I realized that the black actually got wet again through the page, and these are really thick pages by the way, and both paintings were smeared. So I had to redo them and add a lot more black to save them, but this went completely against what I wanted to achieve in the beginning, which was using as little black as possible, and I was really happy with them the way they used to be, so I'm really sad about that. And this is the painting that ruined them, which turned out surprisingly good. And I still don't know how this happened because I did not use more water than I use normally, and I worked on thinner pages in the past and never had this happen, so I don't know, bad memories. And yeah, this is my first attempt at urban sketching, and this is actually the view from my art studio. Next we have two gouache paintings that were inspired by a walk I took in the neighborhood. Oh, I really like this one. In summer I felt this sudden urge of drawing a toucan. you know. So that's what I did. I used my polychromos pencils for this, and this piece is actually connected to really good memories because back then my boyfriend and I just moved to our new apartment, and I spent a Saturday morning sitting on the balcony drawing and enjoying the sun, so definitely good memories here. By the way, am I the only one who remembers artworks in terms how you felt when you created them? Like, if you felt good or bad? Let me know in the comments. So the next one I also remember especially for the way I was feeling while I created it, because this was actually the first time I made art outside in public. So there were a lot of people watching because I was sitting at the beach promenade at Timmendorfer Strand. If you're German, you might have heard about it. And in summer you can imagine how many people were passing by. And I actually expected that it would bother me, but surprisingly it did not. So I'll definitely try to draw more outside. These are some houses in Lübeck that I took a photo of and painted later at home because there was no nice place to sit down. This is one of my favorite pieces in the sketchbook, and there's actually a tutorial on how to paint it on my channel, which I'll link somewhere here. And I painted this using gouache, and it was a super relaxing process. And it's actually really easy to paint, so definitely suitable for beginners. And this piece I don't like at all. The houses look super wonky, and yeah, I just don't like that. I kind of like this one though. I colored the portrait in Copic markers, and for the flowers I mixed Copic markers with colored pencils, and I think it looks quite cool. I only wish that I stayed on one page because this is actually not that easy to Photoshop for prints and stickers, so I don't like this one either. I drew this to practice for shortening and it just looks weird, especially the lips here, so yeah. The next pages are just some random seasonal doodles. Yeah, I'm in Christmas mood, can you tell? And now we're coming to my Inktober / Jesstober pieces. I followed 2 prompt lists this year, so there are not only ink drawings in here, and I will go through these drawings and paintings a little faster because I already made videos about days 1 to 13, so if you want to know a little more about the artworks, just check out my Inktober videos. I think I have up to day 16 in here, but I'm not sure if I'll show the rest sometime because I don't like most of them. So these 2 were from the Inktober prompt list. This one was for the prompt Crystal and this one for Suit. And the next day I chose the prompt from the Jesstober prompt list, which was Key. And on day 4 I got confused and chose not from the Inktober prompt list, but somehow thought it was from the Jesstober prompt list, so that's why it's colored. Oh my god, this is my favorite Inktober piece this year. I drew it with fine liners and I just love everything about it. And the prompt was Raven, as you might guess. And next to it, my least favorite piece for the Jesstober prompt Clover. And yeah, let's go to the next page. Next we have Radiate and Watch. And then we have Blue, followed by the prompt Pick. And this drawing refers to the riddle in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, where Harry, Hermione and Ron have to pick a potion. So next up is Sour and Stuck. And if you don't know, this lovely butt belongs to Winnie the Pooh. And we have Roof. So if you've watched the other videos, you knew all of these paintings, but now we're coming to the new pieces. The next prompt was a dream, and since I'm completely obsessed with Animal Crossing, I drew my character dreaming about the balloons that bring gifts. And the next prompt was compass, and I drew a compass. And by the way, it was not intended that it's upside down. I just didn't realize that my sketchbook was upside down while drawing this one. And the last one in the sketchbook was for the prompt moon. And I thought, since I started the sketchbook with a Harry Potter reference, I'll also end it with one. So Harry Potter's Patronus is a stag, so that's that. I hope you enjoyed the sketchbook tour. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. And let me know which piece in here you liked most. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye!